Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Level Up series. This is episode 58 and boy has it been a while, hasn't it? It's been about 4 months since you've last seen a video from me. Might be a little bit longer because of the time this is released. This should be coming out in July. Sometime soon, I believe. And man, I've missed making videos so much. I've been looking forward to the next video I can make, and this video has actually gone through a lot of reworking in terms of what the actual topic or subject would be. I'd be building and everything. And you can see it down there. Another awesome structure to add. It's an incredibly important one. And allow me to yap your ears off like I usually do. Give a little bit of preface as to why it's been a moment since you've last seen a video. So yeah, I'm in college. I mean, right now my spring semester is over. It ended. Wait a minute, what was under there? Just the sand. Yeah, my spring semester is over, but I had to, of course, divert my focus instead to doing my classwork and stuff because, well, I mean, of course I'm paying for it, so that should come first, right? So I feel like that's kind of a no-brainer. This is going to take backseat sometimes. This is like my hobby. And I mean, I love it. I've been doing this for 2 years. It's only 2 years. I mean, I got a little notification on YouTube Studio telling me that 3 years ago, I uploaded my first YouTube video. Now, my first YouTube video is a little, it's a little weird. But nevertheless. Yeah, it's called Clip That, Slip That, where I just record like 10 minutes of modded Terraria. And it's weird, trust me, but yeah, it's been doing it for a while, and I love it. And I realized upon actually like a week or so ago, I recorded a little bit for this video, and I was like, wow. Doing the whole process again, of what I usually do for my structures, where say I'll like design them in a creative test world, I'll like build a whole structure, like for that Bobby shrine over there, for the dog. Like this thing, I built this in a creative test world, and yeah, I designed the whole thing, and I love the whole process. Man, this is dated. I don't plan on redoing my structures though. Unless I really, really have to. But yeah, like these things too. I would design them all in a creative test world. And then gather the resources. Quite often partway through my video because I'm very unprepared for most things I build. And I guarantee you that's going to continue for the rest of my days playing Minecraft. But the whole process that I would go through upon making a video, I love it, and I missed so much upon doing it. I was like, wow, this is awesome. I don't know how I haven't felt more compelled to do this, if that makes sense. But I needed a break, not just for college, but for like personal growth. And I think I had to like reevaluate a lot of things in my mind and just do a lot of mental growing and maturing, I guess you could say. And I feel like my greatest strides were made in my faith to God. And that is why this video, I'm kind of taking a little shift in the series. I would like to add a scripture for every episode now. And the first one for this episode is Philippians 4:13. And this is a very, very, I guess you'd say popular one, which is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I love this one because, man, like, I mean, that's just, there's not much explanation that's needed. Like, Christ is the one who gives me strength. I find relying on my own strength to be futile. I don't think I could do everything myself. That'd be a little self-centered. And even in areas where I am strong, I like to rely on God for the strength I need and to ensure that I do not have worries. I do not have to, worry or anything about my life or any upcoming events. That God has it all in control, and I will be perfectly fine because God has a plan for me, and all things will be worked out. And yeah, this is just, it matters a lot to me that I do this. I've had this in the works even before I took a little break, and it's very nice to actually be able to complete this. So I do hope this video finds you well, and I'm looking forward to, I might actually move the structure here. I had to think about that. Yeah, I might move it this way a little. I gotta think about that, but I was gonna do that before I actually finish building it. Yeah, move this path. I don't know. But yes, I'm building a church, and this is not like the church I go to as of this moment, but it is similar. It has a coffee bar. This is gonna have a coffee bar because the church I go to has a coffee bar, and coffee's good. I like coffee, and I felt like that was pretty suitable. And yeah, a little bit of a, I guess, diagram of what this thing's gonna look like. Main hall area here, little Sunday school thing right here, and yeah, I guess what the wall go here. It's been a second since I designed this, so I'm trying to remember how I designed it. But man, I'm looking forward to making more videos again. Like I said, when college comes up, this fall semester is swiftly approaching. Already halfway through July, which is crazy. So I would really like to do as much as I can. And I think this is a very good way to return and kind of renew what the series is, because I'd like to, of course, use it for more positive things. Because before, my only, I guess you could say, goal with it was to just inspire people, which is, good. Sure, that's good and everything, but like, I can always start to do more with my projects. Why limit myself? Why restrict myself to just only inspiring people? I want to perhaps do even better and share a lot of positive things in my life. And of course, the most positive thing to happen in my life by far has been my relationship with God, and I've returned to worshiping Christ. Alrighty, so back after a little bit of a cut, and I did move this a little bit, so I just want to let you guys know before I started the time lapse, I did move this a little bit. It was like 3 blocks, no, it was 4 blocks this way, because I wanted it to be a little bit closer to this path. So there's like 3 blocks here. This is the back of the building. I wanted more of like a, I don't know if I would say garden, but a little bit of an area over here. Just some of this right now. I always bone meal things or whatever later on. It's not really the biggest concern as of this moment. But boy oh boy. Yeah, if you couldn't tell. This is gonna need a little bit more nether quartz than this. So I will begin with the time lapse, and let's hope that it isn't a huge amount of quartz I'm gonna need. I mean, I know I made this thing mostly quartz, but I'm hoping I don't have to do like 8 different trips to get nether quartz. I would like to get this video out. So yes, let us begin, and I will be right back with you. Alrighty, folks, I am back, and it's complete. Now, if there was a few gaps in the recording, that is because there was an unfortunate little mix-up when it came to how I recorded things. In typical fashion of the General 64 Hello 64 channel, I was recording and I paused the recording in OBS, then turned off my computer, and I was saving in the MP4 format. And as you know, if you do that, it corrupts the recording. So there was probably half hour to 40 minutes of recording that was lost. Not to worry though, because the build is complete. And boy, this thing looks incredible. I should have started recording from up there. I did. I'm actually re-recording this because there was a fan in the background, and boy, I know I find that annoying. So if other people are in any way similar to me, they're probably going to find that annoying too. So don't worry, I'm looking out for you. But yeah, to actually get a good view of this building, yeah, let's head on up here quick. I know this might be a little... Wait, what am I doing? This is how I fall off the building. That's not how I get up. Folks, I know this seems concerning that I tried to go up the way I come down, which is by jumping off the top. But believe me, I had the right intention. Also, we have to see something in the distance. You've probably seen it a little bit in some recording. I made it partway through because I needed a lot of food. And if it's a little hint, look what's in my hand. See that? This is what I call a yummy. Right, so there it is. It's turning night too. I think it looks beautiful. As you can also see in the background, a big pumpkin patch. I made that because I need a lot of pumpkin pies for food. I would prefer to use those instead of bread because I've been using bread since I think nearly the beginning of the series. And you know, it's good to change things up. Plus, that's also a better food. Gives me 4 hunger points instead of 3, I think, or 2.5 or whatever, which is way better. So, taking a leap off here. Leap of faith. Huh. See, that's really funny because of the theme of the video. Anyway. Awkward silence, I know. But, heading around here, I know there's no windows on this front, or on this side. That is necessary, though. I will possibly do a little bit of gardening here. Add some, maybe small trees or something in this region. But there's a little fountain with some nice chiseled quartz in the bottom. It's like a ball. And I actually could not put a daylight sensor on there and have it work because I don't know. For some reason, the daylight sensor didn't want to work for me. I don't know if it only works for, like, if you hook up redstone dust right to it, or what, but it didn't want to work for me. I think I had a similar thing happen when I was making the mushroom farm and stuff. It just didn't want to work, but... Oh yeah, also, I was doing this... Oh, man, that startled me. I was doing this flower thing around the edge. Sorry, allow me to... Is he up there? I'm so sorry. That scared me quite bad. Man. Man, I'm not even playing like anything spooky in here, and it's... That got me. I can't tell if I just got a message or what. That might have been a message on Discord or something. Anyway. Sorry, that really got me. Anyway, yeah, I was doing these flowers around the border, and I will likely be continuing them. I don't know if I'll remove them on this side and just have to surround this structure. I don't know. Because I kind of had something similar going on right there since, like, man, probably about the time I created that bridge, which was technically before episode 1 of the series. You'll see that footage. Technically, it's like... episode -1 and 0, I guess you could say, because it's the 2 episodes before episode 1, but you'll eventually see that. That footage exists on my computer as of right now, as we are speaking. Anyway, you saw a little bit when I walked in here. And there's likely some small things I'll be adding here and there. But for the most part, everything is here. I need to make more flower pots because I turned all of my clay into bricks and then all my bricks into brick blocks instead of some clay pots. But I was mostly worried about finishing the roof, which was a task in itself. Boy, oh boy, that was a task. And as you can see from this sign, the name of this little coffee bar is Holy Grounds Coffee. And that's, you know, a little pun, so you can get your giggles out if you so desire. And I added some more coffee pots in here. And maybe, I think I need to add a brewing stand or something to, like, you know, signify what this is. What you're actually doing here. You're brewing coffee. Still a little shook from that zombie bashing down the door. That was so loud. I apologize for you, dear viewers. That was a little spooky. Anyway, the pews. Let's get to this part. Here is the cross behind the altar. Now this is not quite the same as the lectern. I tried to replicate it and also add like a custom light. As you can see, it's very unique. All my things are very unique. You can't really deny that about my stuff, right? But yes, I might add some stuff up here. Because in the church I attend, we have instruments up here. I actually have to think about how I do that, but I'm quite pleased with how this just turned out. I think it looks fantastic. Yeah, the structure's been immensely costly, I guess you could say. All of this iron, all of this quartz, all that brick. 3 very expensive resources, but it has, now that I know, like, oh, it looks so nice. It's very soothing to my soul to see that. Wow. It was not misplaced. This is the Sunday school. And I will be putting things in these item frames, I believe. A little flower, because I don't have a flower pot yet in here, because I'm poor. But Sunday school, got a nice chalkboard. And yes, I think this turned out fantastic. Alrighty, up here, got a little balcony, because I know several churches do have this kind of thing. Going up here, this is the bell tower with the bell, golden bell. Oh yes, this too. I got a lot of gold when I was also mining for iron. And funny enough, I think when I was mining for iron one time, I was in a cave near where I made this pumpkin patch. And I happened to die, I think, to some lava. Actually, like, creeper blew me up and then sent me into some lava. And for some reason, I don't think I had my water bucket in my hotbar, or maybe even with me. And then I died, and I couldn't find where I died, and my stuff despawned. So I had to get all new stuff. Which, speaking of 45 levels, gotta enchant some of my equipment here. Yeah, it was down here, but massive pumpkin patch. So even from back here, I think this build looks incredible. I love it. The red bricks and all that looks so good. I don't know if I've saved the reference image I kind of used for this, but it was a very, very similar structure. It had like a red roof. The tower and the main building looks like a little off extension. And I know there's no offices. That's something I've been thinking about during this, but I do not believe that is most necessary for the structure. I know there is room to add it if I so choose to, but I already made the structure as it is now, so wow. I'm quite happy with how this has turned out. And I believe for each scripture I have for every video, I will have a book and quill. If I could maybe make that real quick. And I think I will add for every episode in the book and quill, or in the book. Well, I think you understand my intention when I say that. There should be feathers, yes. And there's books. Soon I will be able to use these saddles. I've not even done anything for pigs yet. Funny enough. Alright, yes. This... And I think there was one other thing I was gonna do while I was over here. But I'll probably remember once I get back over here. You know. That's just how things work. I apologize for all the yawning. That fright had me thrown for a loop. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I type very slow. Man, I'm goofing up the text. So yes, I will eventually have more pages in here. It might... I guess I can't type in there, but the idea is that yes, I think I will add to that book every episode from now on. And it was also about time I get out of version 1.5.2. I know I've been saying that for quite a while, but I've been in this version for a year. A year ago, I got into this version. More than a year ago, I got into this version. It was like mid-July. Now it's almost August. By the time you see this, it'll be the end of July. I'm recording this the 30th. You'll probably see it tomorrow. But anyway, I could yap forever. And I likely will be doing more yapping soon. I do like to do live streams. And you saw me work on this in the live stream. I was getting the resources for it recently. So I really do hope to have more videos out. Life gets pretty busy, and some busy things have been happening recently. So I do apologize, but the way things are, I am trying my best to work on this when I have time, because I love doing this, and I love making stuff for you guys. If it provides some sort of entertainment or inspiration of any kind, I can look at my world and think, wow, there's a lot of stuff here. I would like to maybe do some stuff too, because, man, it's fun. Let me take a look around. I have a lot of stuff already. I'm only 58 episodes in. That is quite a milestone, but, man. Oh yeah, that's right, I was gonna enchant something. Why don't we have some quick RNG? I could, yeah, forever. Which is why I think I am not too bad at live streams. At least in the aspect where I could just keep talking. Take a look here. How about a good bow? That is not a very good bow. That is not a very good bow. But I was hoping for infinity because, you know, I've been just using arrows, but it's not the end of the world. I pick up so many anyway. At this point, do I need one with infinity? Because I just take them from here, or when am I here? Just snatch some, you know? But yes. I don't think I have anyone to add to the love garden today. I think I added... I can't remember if it was last episode I said or not. I don't really remember. I think I did mention last episode, I added like 200 people to this thing. Because I went back and looked at my video that blew up a long time ago. Where what was it? The 64 sub special. Where I mentioned, you know, having 64 subscribers. And it blew up, and then I had 10 times that amount. And yeah, I'm over 1,000 right now. Which is incredible. So I don't usually like to say this, but if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe and show your support. Maybe leave a comment what you might recommend me doing next. I love making videos, and I love it even more when people recommend for me to make something, because I think, wow, man, someone wants to see their creation up here in this world. How awesome is that? So, also 2 more things. I'm sorry, I keep yapping, man. But I think these things are necessary to talk about. But I do apologize for the lack of uploads over the past like 4 months, maybe even longer. I dropped like a 30 bomb of episodes, or not episodes, of videos on you a while ago. It was those videos for my 3DS that I just wanted to save. So I dropped like 30 videos, just randomly. And then I had that video for my speech class, which I love that speech class. It was very awesome. And I do hope to upload at least a little more often before the start of my next semester. Once the semester begins. I would love to keep up with this, but partway through last semester I had to prioritize school, and that might I mean, you know, that's a very reasonable thing to do. You know, prioritize the thing I'm paying for. So, if such things have to happen, I'd be bummed, but not too surprised. Because I don't have a lot of time, but I love spending my free time doing this. So, I might actually try to keep up with my promise and at least do live streams, right? Maybe like once a week, once every other week, at least once a month, you know? I want to do something. But I have some ideas about what next episode will be about, but I cannot say for sure because still in the planning phase, and as soon as I'm done getting this video out, work will begin for the next one, believe me. I don't know if it's going to be the Super Smelter. We'll see. We'll see. You know, it's one of those things that I want to build, and I've had on the agenda for a year at least. So, yes. That is enough out of me before I keep yapping you into oblivion, if you've even stuck around for this long. If so, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support so much. This video is like 45 minutes long, but that is okay. Because, yeah, because I haven't made a video in a while, and why not make the video 45 minutes long, right? So, yes, that is enough out of me for right now. You'll see more of me soon, I hope. Some more vaguely interesting stories coming soon, I believe. And yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Your support means a lot, so hopefully I can see you guys in the next one. And God bless, and bye-bye.